joining us. Hopefully we'll be able to see you sooner than later. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Scott and I do our best at tasting wine. All right, so we're gonna try the 2017 Lagom in Toto vineyard, or it's not a vineyard, but it's a blend of all the vineyards. So.
With the 17 vintage here, we opted to change the label just a little bit. Viquel can go kind of behind the reason behind that.
We have been working with our designer, Crystal Matthews. She's great. And Lagom essentially means just enough is as good as a feast. It's a Swedish proverb meaning just enough, and it's just enough.
Yeah, so very simple, very clean. Yeah. So in Toto, it's an English expression, very similar to Spanish, in toto, you know, where it's everything. It's a little bit of everything. So in Toto, it's just little bits and pieces that we've barrel selected from each of the other vineyards and put into a blend, initially almost by accident. When I was doing this a couple years ago, and I was doing all the trial blends, at the end you end up with, you know, little bits left in each bottle, and I just kind of started pouring things together, and it was incredible, right? Yeah. And so all of a sudden I was like, man, that was just kind of winging it, right? So I went ahead and started looking at individual barrels and putting them together and really finding out how these things complemented and you know, and work together. Because just, you know, you take 3 different vineyards of the same grape doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to blend well. You know, especially when you take something as fragile and transparent as Pinot Noir. You know, if they're really distinctly different, it doesn't just automatically mean that you're going to get these fantastic layers. It could be just really chunky and angular and awkward. So
surprisingly, I mean, you put them together. And...
yeah, it's amazing. So, you know, the thing is, I think that the 3 vineyards that we work with Bienesito, Solomon Hills, and New Verita, they have a common theme, I think, with this kind of underlying salinity, you know, kind of this ocean breeze sort of seawater kind of characteristic that I think is really pretty amazing. And it kind of subtly links them together. So when we put them together, it worked brilliantly. So, you know, varying around or playing around with different percentages of new wood, that kind of thing. We really do sort of take what is, you know, sort of the essence or the best of each of those vineyards, put them together and create what probably, or hopefully, I guess, is really the most complete package. It's still a single varietal. You know, it's still Lagom, you know, being just enough. It's really focusing on that grape and the best way to express it. And, you know, I think that In Toto captures it pretty well. So
yeah, so 2016 vintage was the first year that we did In Toto, and then we will continue it forever.
Forever. Hopefully, yeah.
For the years to come, yeah.
Yeah, so you know, aromatically, right out the gate, you get all this complexity. You get,
but it's the mouthfeel. I think actually the mouthfeel on this wine, it's wonderful, really silky.
That's
full.
Really,
it's really good. Yeah.
So I love what it does with. We talk about some of the darker, richer characteristics that we get from some of the New Verita, or that kind of meaty, savory note. Then you get these like bright. Almost cranberry, strawberry with the dill and sage and stuff you get from Solomon Hills. And then Bienesito with more of that herbal, tomatoey kind of characteristic that you might get. All of a sudden you put this together and it really does just stack up these layers, and they work really well together. It's got this beautiful fresh finish. It's almost light on its feet, but it, you know, coats your mouth front to back. The acid's great. Yeah. We're kind of figuring out how to go forward with this this piece of the puzzle. You know,
the Pinot Noir.
Yeah, Pinot Noir, just Lagom in general. You know, when we started the Lagom lineup, it really was for us more than anything. You know, our goal, you know, from the get-go, even with Torn, was to make wines we like, and you know, hopefully enough people agree with us that they buy them, and we can keep making more. Torn's grown, and obviously being in the North County, that's our backyard. That's where we're focusing the bulk of our energy. So Torrin, with the Rhone varietals, is continuing to grow. Lagom, we're going to stay kind of where we're at. We're about 500 cases total, you know, across all this stuff. We're probably going to be somewhere in the 250-ish cases, maybe with the Chardonnay. And we've done small vineyard designates, you know, somewhere around 60 to 100 cases of multiple vineyards. But I think moving forward, we're probably going to stick with really one Chard and one Pinot. And Toto is going to be sort of our next, or just the evolution of that piece of the brand. Right. And it's not really scheduled to grow. We'll do a couple hundred cases of this, you know, selecting individual barrels and really just kind of showcasing Pinot from this region. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
From that region.
From that region, not this region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Great. Do you want us to close up or
So
something else?
what day are we here in quarantine?
I think we're at six weeks. I don't know if that's exactly
6 weeks, give or take.
weeks, right? Because I think on our kids' schedule, looking at them because they've been home for 6 weeks, they are now starting to go crazy.
Officially, yeah.
Officially crazy. Reese came down to the winery today, and David and Nikki can vouch for this, with his hair like I've never seen it before, half flat on this side, wide on this side, and it's getting fuzzier, and his monobrow is getting bigger.
And it was all we could do to get him to come down here without his robe, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has been really taking the robe and the dude to another level.
Yeah. Yeah. We were just joking. He's a white Russian away from the Big Lebowski, you know? So luckily he's only 15. We can hold off for a little bit.
He just drinks milk in a glass. It's a beverage, man.
Yeah. But Gage came down with me today and helped, you know, clean the fans and the lights and all that kind of fun stuff. And, you know, it's a pretty unique and rare opportunity to spend this much time with the people you care about, you know, so try to enjoy it when you can, I guess, if that's sort of an awkward spin to it, but you know, you're going to be alone with some, you know, well.
It's a good thing I like you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
You
well,
like
no.
me stuff?
You find out that we like each other probably even more. So you guys take care of yourselves. We appreciate, you know, you supporting us, and, you know, stay healthy and stay close to your loved ones, and hopefully we see you guys soon.
Yes, we will see you soon.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.